Two people can look at the same cigarette. One of them feels the urge to smoke, and the other one feels discouraged from the smell. Two people, two different people, and the same cigarette, but two different ways that they look at it. In this video, I'm gonna show you 3 ways how to break bad habit. And when I mean bad habits, I literally mean any bad habits. And the last one is my favorite one, and also is the best one in my perspective that I think. Stay with me, and I'll show you how you can break your bad habits in 3 different steps. Hello, my name is Sahil Muhammad. In this channel, I read book and I explain it to you in a simple way. If you like to get the benefit of reading without reading, please subscribe to my channel. James Clear, the author of this book, he was in Turkey, and one of his friends was the guide. He wasn't really the guide, but he was like somebody who lives in Turkey for too long, and he know a lot of stuff about it, and he was like a guide of him. And one time this friend invited James Clear to his friends and for dinner, and all of his friends used to be smoker, and they quit smoking. And James Clear was curious, and he said, how did you start smoking? And his friend responded, it always starts with a friend. He says one friend try it and the other one will try, and that's how we started. And he asked him another question. He told him, how did you quit? He said he was reading a book, that this book was talking about like the side effects of smoking and how smoking is bad. It says something like this: you know, you don't need to smoke. You think smoking help you relieve pain, but it's not gonna help you relieve pain. It's making you worse. You think it make you feel better, but it's gonna make you feel sick at the end. And just say words like this, and at the end of the book, you're gonna see smoking as the most disgusting thing on earth. And this is the first way how to break a bad habit. To break a bad habit, you have to read the side effect of it. For example, eating junk food, you have to look at it in another way. Instead of looking at it as eating food to survive, look at it as this food is gonna make me obese, and is also gonna eliminate my ability to run for too long and do push-ups and do pull-ups, and it's gonna make me stuck, and it's not gonna make me feel comfortable. Or you can say it's gonna make me get sick and give me a lot of diseases. And when you say this words to yourself, the urge to eat junk food is going to reduce, and you're not gonna feel strong urge to eat junk food. And you can use this strategy to scrolling or listening to music. You can say, for example, when I listen to music, I am just wasting time and I'm just getting distracted, and I know time is the most valuable on earth, and I know time is like Play-Doh. I can make it to muscle if I exercise, I can make it to intelligence if I read and study, and I'm just wasting it. When you look at it in different way, it's gonna reduce the urge to come back to it and to do it. You're gonna look at it in a different perspective way, and you're not gonna want it to do it anymore. The second way to break a bad habit, this second strategy, I used it when I used to be obese. I used to be 180 pounds, and I lost 50 pounds by myself with no coach or any surgery, just by myself. And the way I did it is, it was hard at the beginning, but this is how I did it. So every time I eat junk food, like let's say I drink soda, and on this soda, like on the bottom of the soda, like let's say for example it has 300 calories. So after I finish drinking that soda, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the gym, and on the treadmill I'm gonna run and try to burn 350 calories or 300 calories. And after that, I did it over and over again. So I eat candy, and then I read how many calories is there. It says 160 calories, and then I go run 160 calories. And after that, I started noticing that eating this food is hard, because it's giving me a lot of calories, and it's literally hard to burn calories. It's easy to store calories, but it's hard to burn them out. So after that, I noticed that this is hard, so I started to change. Now I can eat healthy food. I eat like blueberries, strawberries. And one time when I really want to eat junk food, I get the urge to eat M&Ms, and I really wanted to eat them. And I told myself, I said, Suhail, if you're not gonna eat this, I am gonna give you blueberry at the end when you clock out. And then what I did, I waited till the end, and then I got like big blueberries. I watched them and I really enjoyed it as much. And also it didn't give me a lot of calories. It didn't hurt myself like in the long term, and it's also beneficial. Like it's gonna help me it's gonna help my body to become like healthier. Let's talk about the third one, which is my best way, and what I think like this is like the most effective way to remove bad habits. You see, when the US soldiers, when they used to go to Vietnam for a war, in Vietnam, they used a lot of people do drugs over there. So when the US soldier went over there, their friends were doing drugs. Drugs were accessible and it was available for everybody. So they were addicted to drugs and they were doing it every single day. After the war had ended, the US soldiers came back to the US and they were addicted. And you know that like people with drug addicted is permanent. It means like it's not gonna change. It's hard to change. Like it's forever. And the interesting thing, when they go back to the US, they saw their family, their friends, and drugs are not accessible anymore. It's hard to find. Their friends that used to take drugs are not here, and the environment like changed. So what happened, they found out like almost like 80% of them quitted drugs. And it was surprising for the scientists because they thought getting addicted to drugs is like forever and you can't get out of it. But they got out of it. So what happened here? What happened here, because they changed the environment. So when they used in the Vietnam, their friends were taking drugs, it was available, and it was hard to use only one willpower. And when they came back to the US, the drugs were hard to use and hard to access, and their family are here and there is other alternative, and their environment changed. They don't need it anymore, and that's why they quit it. I want you to do the same thing. If you had bad habits, you have to change the environment. For example, if you want to quit junk food, I know I said this example again, but I'm trying to just give you examples so I can clarify it for you. So let's say you go to a junk food restaurant and everything on the restaurant is unhealthy. They got burgers, they got fries, they got sodas everywhere. You can't just resist it. You're just gonna eat the food and just say, oh, I'm gonna quit next time. It's hard to resist it because the environment encourages you to eat unhealthy food. So what I recommend you to do, go to a different restaurant. Go to a healthy restaurant that's offered like maybe fruits, maybe like healthy alternative, maybe like fries that cooked with avocado oil, because vegetable oil is not healthy. So you can find restaurants like that can, or environment like this that encourage you to do good habits. And if you have bad habits at your home, you can maybe rearrange your house items. Like for example, if you know that you waste a lot of, if you know you play like video games on the couch and you eat on the couch, well, you can do one place, one use. For example, instead of playing video games on the couch, what you're gonna do, you're gonna use that couch only for reading, and you can use the living room only for video games, and you can don't mix them all, because the problem with, let's say there is one couch, and on this on this let's say sofa, and this sofa that you sit on, you eat junk food. You for example, this is an example. You scroll, you play video games, and you study and you learn. When you do all of this in one place, the easy habits are more likely to get done. So you're gonna scroll instead of learning. You're gonna eat instead of studying. You're gonna play video games instead of reading, and that's what's gonna happen. And that's why this is really important. You have to use one place, one use. One sofa can be for somebody who comes at night and read 1 hour every day. And for somebody else, it can be a place where they eat pizza and eat ice cream every single day. So it all depends on how you use it and how you put good habits on it. So what I want you to do, so use one place, one use. The sofa is gonna be for reading. The chair is gonna be for writing, for example. The bed is gonna be only for sleeping. Nothing scrolling, no eating, no nothing. Only for sleeping. And you can do the other habits on other areas, like for example exercise. You can exercise like maybe in the gym, and if you're like me, you can exercise at your house. But what I do, I exercise on the floor. And this is like, let me give you an example of my life. I use my bed only for sleeping, and this chair over here, it's only for reading, and this one is only like working for my YouTube channel, and here would I meditate and pray. So and literally help me to focus, because when I sit here, I really feel the urge to meditate and pray. When I sit here, I really feel the urge to work on my YouTube channel. When I sit over there, I really feel the urge to read. And when I want to exercise and I just stand here on the floor, I just want to exercise. So I just make it one place when used, and this is really helpful. It's gonna help you a lot. And let me give you an example. They asked somebody who is wheelchaired. They asked him, "Did you feel bad that you live like on a wheelchair and you can't move or nothing?" And what he said something surprised me. He said, "Without my chair, without my wheelchair, I would have been on my bedroom and doing nothing all day. If I didn't have my wheelchair, I would have stayed at home and just staring at the wall doing nothing. But with my wheelchair, I can go everywhere. I can see people. I can go wherever I want." You see, just a small change on how they look at it literally can change like literally any habit. Like you can see the pain of exercising. You can't say oh, this is painful, it hurt, I didn't like it. You can say, oh, this pain is gonna make me stronger. Or instead of saying, oh, I have to exercise, I have to eat healthy, I have to read, I have to learn, I have. When you say this, you're making it harder than it is. You can just switch the word. Instead of saying I have to exercise, says I get to exercise to get stronger and better than before, and to not suffer at age 60. That's how you look at it. This is literally how I look at exercising. When I exercise, I literally look at myself at 60 years old, and I say I'm gonna be healthy, I'm not gonna be obese, I'm gonna be like strong, I'm gonna be playing with my grandsons or granddaughters in the future. So that's how I think about it. So I look at it as something beneficial, even if it's painful. I know this is gonna make me stronger. Like even last time when I did like biceps exercise, it really hurt my biceps and I felt painful. And if somebody else has a different perspective, he would have said, oh, this is painful, I hated it, I don't want to exercise, the gym is very painful and it literally can't make me move. But when I looked at it at a different perspective. I looked at it as, this is my old biceps muscles are destroying, and now my body is creating new muscles to make me stronger and to look better. That's how I look at it. And instead of saying I have to read, say I get to read. Because literally, and we are living in 2026, and in this generation we have like millions and millions of information, and we have like billions of opportunities. I got Amazon Kindle, and literally got every book in any language. I can read whatever I want. And people who failed and succeeded and give you like their experience in a paper, you can just read it and save your life a lot of years and a lot of hard work. So it's literally, this is how I look at it. I look at it in different perspective. So you have to look at it in this way too. Instead of saying I have to read, I get to read. Instead of saying I have to exercise, I get to exercise. And this is gonna take long, but it's gonna make you look at it in a different perspective, and it's gonna make it like easier for you in the future. Anyway, this is 3 ways how you can break any bad habit and to help you like focus on your goal and improve yourself. I'm gonna say them again and real quick. The first one is how you look at it. Like for some people, they can look at cigarettes as disgusting, and for other people they can look at it as something they need to smoke. But it all depends on how you look at it. So if you look at it as bad, as something bad that's gonna like make your life bad at the end, and it's gonna destroy your health in the future, and you repeat saying these and you read information about how smoking is bad, if you do this, it's gonna make smoking the most disgusting thing on earth, and eventually you're gonna quit smoking. And the second way is to do the consequences. Like let's say for example you eat like candy, and it got 100 calories. What you're gonna do, you are going to run to burn 100 calories. This way is very effective and it helped me to lose 50 pounds, as I mentioned. And you can use it like on other words. Like let's say you listen to music and you wanted to quit, but you eventually relapse and you listen to music. Okay, so we're gonna do like, for example, 10 push-ups. After I listen to music, I'm gonna do 10 push-ups. Just like as consequences, so I don't have to do it again. So after I finished, done, I'm gonna do push-ups. And to help you guys with music, I used to struggle with music because I've been listening to music for 4 years. And I eventually quit it, and it was very hard. Sometimes I listen to it in my brain, even the music is not, it's like installed in my brain. But how I did it is, I went to my YouTube history and I removed every video of music videos. I removed everything. And YouTube stopped suggesting me like music videos. And this helped me a lot to focus on on my future and to quit music, which is my first goal. And I want you to do the same thing. If you struggle with music, you can just delete the apps that make you listen to the music. Or if you listen to them on YouTube, you can just remove the history. Or on the search bar, you can remove the name of the artist. This is gonna help you a lot to quit music. And hopefully it's gonna help you, because it literally helped me. And now I can just look on my YouTube. I don't scroll on my phone, but I just watch like motivational speakers such as Jim Rohn, Robert Kiyosaki. These people who are like millionaires and can give like good ideas in my brain to make my life better. And the third way that I mentioned is to change your environment, which is like if you have like junk food in your room and the fridge, we'll remove it from your house and replace it with something healthier. If you struggle to focus on your bedroom and you have the TV on, remove the TV from your room. Like change the environment to make it easier. Just like as a story as I mentioned earlier about the people who was struggling with drugs. Anyway, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Make sure you send this video to somebody who you think is gonna benefit from you. Thank you for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one.